Hello friends, welcome to Data Pandit. So in continuation with the initial video tutorial series, today I'm going to take up a rollup component. As you know, rollup is very commonly used component in ab initio applications. So what rollup can do, if you remember or if you are using the SQL queries, wherein we have a group by clause. So how it works is group by clause based on certain key. It aggregates the data for a certain group or certain section of data. Okay. Similarly, in the rollup, we have key-based processing. So the rollup could give the aggregated or summarized record based on particular key or a group. So that key or group can be configured in rollup parameters. And other things are there are inbuilt functions in rollup, max, min, average, sum. If you want to, get the sum of the salary based on department, that can be achieved. Or if you want to get the minimum or maximum value for a particular group, that too can be achieved. Okay, so the roll-up works on a template mode and a expanded mode. In the template mode, so this is a simple reformat parameter would be there, and there will be a single transform. There we need to specify the logic, uh, and if the expanded mode, if the rollup is working on expanded mode, so that will give some more capabilities to the programmer to define a few functions, and there is a more controlled way of manipulating the data, you know, based on different functions. So that we are going to cover as part of runtime execution of rollup function. Today we are going to cover what are the different parameters of the rollup component. So in the first parameter is sorted input parameter. It's a false or true. It can be false or true because the rollup works on ordered records. So if we are supplying the ordered records, then rollups functionality would be easy. And whenever the key change happens, and this will give the output record. So rollup will not have to hold the record if we are supplying the sorted input. If the group is changing, and it will throw the record out for a particular previous group, and it will read the next group if we are supplying the sorted input. If we are not supplying the sorted input, then rollup has to do many things. It has to hold the record into the memory, and and then it read all complete data set, and then needs to need to process each and every group, and then it starts to um, you know producing the output records. Okay, in the sequence we have a key method. So there are two ways how we can give the key. First is the key specifier, actually. Key specifier in the sense of we just give the key value, key field. So out of input data set, we will have many fields, right? So out of those we will use a key field here. Second way is key method. So that is called key change function. So programmer defines the key change function, and if the key change function returns true, that means the next group has been started. So how we define the key change function is out key change It can take the two parameters begin and current and previous. Okay, so if current is not equal to previous, current dot DPT department ID not equal to previous dot department. So current and previous are the two inbuilt record set, okay, which are specifically for key change functions. So what it happens is whenever the department changes, so this is a simple way of we can specify the department ID as a key here. So if we want to achieve this key field functionality as part in the key change function, similarly can be implemented like this. So if current department ID is not equal to previous department ID, so whenever the department ID changes, this is going to return the true, and that should be understood as a key has been changed and the next group processing has to do by the rollup. Okay. So this is how we define the key change function. Okay. In line, there is a transform parameter. Transform parameter is give the space to the programmer to define the rollup function. If it is working in a simple rollup function, if it is working in a template mode, if you are working in a expanded mode, then there are many functions which we have to define as part of transform package. So this is a simple transform package in the template mode wherein we have a rollup function defined. So let's say we are processing the summation of we are achieving the summation of the salary of the particular all the employees in a particular department. So we can have definition like this. Out dot sum salary equals to sum of in dot sal or salary. Okay, so what it gives is it will give apart from all the other fields, it will give the summation of the salary for a particular department. Okay, okay. This is how we define the you know the transform or roll up you know. And then there is a parameter called max score parameter. So max score parameter is available when there is a sorted input as a false. So as we have already discussed, whenever we are supplying the unsorted data, so rollup has to do many things. It has to hold the record until the last record doesn't process or doesn't come to the rollup, because we don't know where for a particular key the record is going to come. So we don't know until the last record is coming. So for a particular department, there could be a possibility that it's in the beginning of the file, or it could be in the middle of the file, or probably at the last of the file. So in that way, the rollup has to hold all the record so that it ensures that all the record is has come. So in that process, it has to hold the record in some memory. So that what is that memory is max core memory. So by default, this max core is 64 MB for rollup. We can make it more big, large, or we can make it less as well. So depending upon the use cases or depending upon the future, you know, future growth of the incoming data set, or based on the different how many different these rollup is going to generate out of all the records. So based on that, we the max score is going to be decided. Okay, so that is a different topic, how Maxcore is working across the components. So that we can take up in one of the video session. So as of now, Maxcore would be a parameter, and that will only available when sorted input is false, so that so that the rollup can use this memory to sort and hold the records. Then temporary files is can be held. So in this sequence, we have a next parameter. There are reject threshold parameters actually. Before that, we can check sort parameter is also there. So whenever if you specify sorted input as true, then check sort will check whether record are really sorted. If any out of order record comes, then the component is going to fail. Okay, and there is a parameter called grouped input. Okay, uh, and there is a grouped input in the sense of if we have more than one key, you know. So this grouped input parameter would be there when sorted input parameter is set to false. So we have a function concept of major key and minor key. Okay, major key and minor key. So when we specify that grouped input is false, sorry, sorted input is false, then uh, sorted input is false in the sense of, let's say we have two keys, department ID and region ID. Okay, so department would be inside the region. Okay, so I have a composite key, region ID and department ID. I have to calculate the summation of the salary based on department ID within region. Within the region, department ID summation of salary I need to achieve. So, and I do not have, sorted data on both the keys, region ID and department. Unless and until we do not have sorted in data based on region ID and department ID, we cannot achieve that summation of the salary based on department ID. So, and we know, okay, in that's so grouped input. So we are going to give the grouped input. We can say that grouped input. We can say it's a true. It's a Boolean value, true, and we are going to specify that major key is region ID and minor key is department ID. Okay, that way we can specify. Okay, so and major key. One more thing, like a major key. Uh, we need to specify as a region ID, and if we have a data sorted on region ID, we can say that measure key is region ID, and but data is not sorted on both the keys. But data is sorted on region ID only. So in that way, we can tell a roll-up component that you don't have to worry about region ID sorting, but you just need to take care of department ID sorting. Okay. So in that way, we can enhance the performance of the roll-up component because when we indicate that measure key is region ID, although there is a you know complete data set is not sorted based on the key roll up key, but partly on the measure key it is sorted so that you can take it as a sorted data based on measure key, but within the measure key if you have to sort on department ID, that you can utilize that max for memory and do it. So apart from that, there are error group, okay, error group parameter and log group parameter. So these parameters Let's say error group we are specifying region is region errors grp region log grp. So we can logging should be true in that sense. If you are assuming the logging, okay, so we can specify the group, error group and log group, so that these can be read by error handle and log handle component, these groups. And error and log handle component have their inbuilt DMLs. They can read this error group and log group, and we can reformat those and log group and error group, and can take insight of it. Okay, we can actually analyze the logs and errors out of these, but this component has to send that these record to the error handle and log handle components. So you configure your error handle and log handle component. Give this group name inside those components, and read these. And in the reformat component, we can read and we can analyze the logs. And next we have reject threshold. Okay, so reject threshold because it's available in among the all the transform component actually. So in that sense, this is also available in you know, this is also available in rollup component as well. So this comes with the three values. Okay, so abort on first cause, never abort, and by specifying the rampant limit. Okay, abort on first reject is the component stops the execution of the graph at the first reject record comes. Okay, a reject event happens actually. Never abort is the sense of the component is will not send stop the execution of the graph no matter how many reject event it generates. Okay. The rampant limit is the component uses the settings limit and ramp parameter to determine how many reject events is going to allow before it stops the execution of the mm, graph. Okay. So what we can do is there is a formula for rampant limit. Limit plus ramp into number of record read so far. Okay. Okay. So limit is the just number. So we can specify that. Let's say we are specifying as 100 records. So after 100 records, this after 100 rejected record, this component is going to fail. Or else, if we can specify limit as 0, and we can specify the tolerance rate 0.01. Let's say, you know, let's say we are specifying the ramp as 0.01. Okay. So out of 100 records, it is allowing one record reject. If it is happening more than one record in the 100 record read so far, then the graph is going to fail. Okay. So this is all the parameters in rollup component. Thank you so much.